Good morning. Good morning, Level Up Tribe. Happy Thursday. It is the 19th of February. Can't believe how fast this month is moving, but it is flying by. Today is another Thankful Thursday here for the Level Up Tribe. And today's topic is thankful for sleep and the ability to nap without guilt. And I will say that I took a nap yesterday. After work and before dinner, and it felt wonderful. It felt amazing. So I definitely am a fan of taking a nap when needed, and want to know your thoughts on it. So few people have made it into the chat, and others are making it over from Sea Leg Journeys. Chat was just on. So first one in the house was Denise, Bone Tired Travelers. Hearts to you, my friend. Hope you are having a great morning. And Mike, good morning to you. Thank you for being here, Cruise Nuts. Appreciate you shouting out to each other. And Eddie Lugo coming in with the yo, yo, yo. Brooklyn is in the house. Welcome in. Fantastic to see you. And that Savage Vlogger is saying, morning, good morning, Batman. Hope you are having a great day. And Aaron Aaron is here saying good morning to the Level Up Tribe. Hope you are having a wonderful day, my friend. So Sharon has made it into saying good morning to me, Mike, Denise, and Eddie. So shouting out to the whole group. And Denise, I took 2 naps yesterday. Oh, you're my hero. Fantastic. I want to hear more about it. Let's see. And I'm about to go to sleep, but I'll be listening. I appreciate that, Denise. I know you work night shift, and that is a crazy, crazy thing. Mandy, good morning. Mandy Smith is here. Hope you are having a great day. And TNT Adventures to see Tom and Terry on the SLJ raid. Good morning to you. So glad that you made it in today, Tom, and hope you and Terry are doing well. Danny Dizzle, the award-winning super mod, is here saying good morning. Good morning, Danny. How are you, sweetie? Hope you are doing well. And here we go. 2-day KMA. That 2 days away is like mega KMA territory. I don't even know like what's above KMA territory. Maybe we can figure that out. But that is awesome and great that you are getting ready to go on another cruise. I am definitely jealous and feeling that this morning. Jimmy, the astute tourist, is here saying good morning. Good morning to you, Jimmy. Hope you're doing well. And Law Jones making it in with a good morning and a big smile. Hello, Law. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And folks are shouting out to each other, which I always love and always appreciate. Tom is saying hello to everyone, so covering all bases. And Chat coming in on the Sea Leg Journeys raid. Thanks for doing your show this morning, Chet. I know that Eddie had been on for a couple of hours and he needed a break. So awesome that you were able to jump in on short notice. So Danny is doing well. She has no work today. So fabulous that you are off. That is awesome. I was off on Monday in observance of President's Day. So I always love a short week. That makes me very happy. So why do people say KMA? Can you elaborate, Jen? Well, I count KMA, or kiss my ass territory, as anything 30 days out from a vacation. I know there's a lot of people who are like 10 days before, whatever it is, they have their number. Mine is 30 days before I start saying KMA, because then it is really, really getting real. Kiss my attitude. Okay. Yeah. And Danny, you definitely hear Miss Willow. She is attacking one of her toys this morning. and is frantically shaking it. So she is not coming on um the show because she is just busy running back and forth in the hallway and shaking this toy like there's nobody's business. Thank you, Law, asking people to please thumbs up. You know you're going to like it. I appreciate that. It feeds the YouTube algorithm and it feeds my ego. So a win-win there. So Denise is saying KMA means kiss my ass. I'm going on vacation. Absolutely. Kiss my attitude is when you are T minus 2 weeks from embarkation day. See, Aaron is saying it's 2 weeks away. Mine, like I said, is 30 days away. I tend to do it a little bit further out. So La's saying, hey, Mikey, he likes it. I remember that ad. Definitely all too well. And Ryan Scott with PK Adventure Travels is coming in saying good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you are doing well. I knew, just wanted to hear you say, kiss my ass. I know you did. I appreciate that. But you do you with your KMA. I appreciate that. And you know what? There's no right or wrong. It's just what works for you and what ends up working for your for your schedule and for what you are hoping to do. I know people who start saying KMA like as soon as the trip is booked. So they're like, it's 300 days away. KMA, baby. So I understand that. So Ryan shouting out to everyone. Fantastic. I do appreciate that. And it looks like Nightbot is running. So if you would, and you want to drop your YouTube link, make sure to type in hashtag tribe into the chat on the YouTube side, and it will go ahead and drop your link. And Tom played her like a fiddle. LOL. It doesn't take much to get me to say kiss my ass. I gotta be honest, that's not a huge challenge. Oh my goodness, Scott from Scottsdale. Captain Controversy is here saying good morning to the Level Up fam. What are you doing, sir? You are on a cruise. You are past KMA territory. You are actually on the cruise. Thank you so much for coming in and saying good morning to us. Everyone shouting out. And okay. Chet says my 51 days isn't close enough to KMA. I agree. Like I said, my KMA is 30 days out. So 51 days is still a little further out. And Scotty J is here with a big whoop whoop. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here, Scotty. I appreciate you being in the house today. We've got our Scott quorum here. So definitely a nice thing to have. We have met our quota. And Scotty J dropping the hashtag whoop, which will say whoop whoop, join Scotty J Travels, and drops his link. So there are a lot of hashtags that we use around here. You can play around and discover them. And Shannon is in the house. Hi, I'm late. You're not late. You are right on time. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming in. And Batman is dropping tribe, hashtag tribe. That way the Nightbot will go ahead. Thank you for coming in and drop a link to your YouTube channel so other people can find you. Scott says, what am I doing laying in bed naked? My laundry day, Scott. There we go. And Aaron says, we've seen this before. Scott's on a cruise, but still spotted on the streets of YouTube. You are correct. Are you wearing peanut butter, Scott? Oh my gosh, you do paint a picture, folks. You really do. And Denise asking you the real question, are you alone, Scott? I love it. So only Jif for the Holy cow. I love how it goes to the gutter just almost immediately. I can always rely on you. And Tom is dropping the hashtag tribe, so his link is also being shared. Everyone is cracking up, and Scott says, of course, Fenice, hashtag only Scots. I love it. That is so, so funny. And Denise is sorry to hear that. Oh my gosh, you guys are. OMG, Jif, I'm howling. I absolutely am. You guys totally crack me up, and Danny's having a nice giggle there too. So awesome. She says Scott's manager is shaking her head at him. And Jimmy says, I just had visual. My eyes. I love it. Sticks to the roof of your mouth. Yes, it does, Law Jones. Yes, it definitely does. Well, this show went sideways real quick after Scott got here. Are we surprised? We can always depend on Captain Controversy for that. So Denise is saying, OMG Law, I understand. It's very, very funny. So I'm normally innocent, but y'all bring out the best in me. Oh, really? And Denise says correctly, or the beast. Is it the beast in you or the best in you? Danny's saying peanut butter naked Scott coming to a theater near you. I love it. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. Too funny. Oh, is that for her pleasure? Oh my gosh, I just wanted to talk about sleep and naps, and we are just going down the wrong path here. And here we go. Or the sausage, just asking. Good one, Jimmy. Okay, I like the gravy at Thanksgiving. Not needed, but I make everything sweeter. Oh my gosh, it's sort of like the YouTube handle Captain Controversy. Yes, it is. And look who is here, Chef Todd, saying good morning from Banff, Canada. He has been in Banff since Sunday and is finally coming home today. So I am very looking forward to seeing Chef Todd. So Chef Todd is in the house, correct? And a disembodied head of Chef Todd. He can't be a disembodied head today because he is in Canada. So there we go. Well, first things first, then the nap. Law, putting things in order. I appreciate that. Tom says I slept 7 hours last night. Score. That is a good night's sleep. That's a good one. And Jimmy's shouting out with Todd, Chef Todd. There we go. And thank you so much. I liked and shared the stream. I appreciate it, that Savage Vlogger. That is awesome. Appreciate you, Batman. So everyone is shouting out to Chef Todd. He is getting ready to head to the airport to come back home. He will be home around dinner time, and I am very excited about that. So there we go. Scott says, Tom, I got good sleep too. I slept all of 43 minutes. That is not a good night's sleep. That is not enough sleep for me. Really, it's not. And thanks for reminding everyone, Scott, to hit that like. If you like the show, it feeds the YouTube algorithm and it also helps my ego. So it feeds both. And Scott saying, well, we all know what Jen's having for dinner. How a Canadian spells Canada. Canada. I love that joke, and it's one of the only clean jokes that I remember. So that is a good one. So yes, Chef Todd, hashtag Chef Todd is a hashtag on our channel. And Nightbot will tell you that Chef Todd has been sous chef to Jen's heart since 1990. Actually before that, but that's how long we've been married. And Aaron saying Samsung Health says energy score 78, sleep score 55, ranked at attention, sleep time 6.5 hours. Anything over 6 hours is, I think, a good night's sleep, especially if you can sleep straight through. My problem is I can't sleep straight through. I get up in the middle of the night for an hour or two. So I might get the 6 hours of sleep, but it's broken up. And Chef Todd saying Jen is definitely the executive chef in our household. And laughs for the chef from Aaron. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. I would not say that I am the executive chef in our house. That title definitely belongs to Chef Todd. But I do appreciate it. And here we go. Deb Rogers is here, and she said, I made it. Just don't worry about it. As long as you're here, you are on time, Deb. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. We were talking about being thankful for sleep and the ability to nap without guilt, but we've gone down a different path and kind of a naughty path, if you will. So the executive chef likes to give a spanking every once in a while. Oh my God. Yes. Chef Todd continuing to take this show down the gutter. And Denise says, woohoo. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. You are too funny. Denise is absolutely dead here, so I love it. Oh my gosh, Chef Todd, you are something, my love. Yes, definitely too much information, Deb. Definitely a TMI moment. And Scott coming in with bow chicka wow wow. Absolutely. I understand that completely. Still that gumbo. Oh, stir that gumbo. Got it. Okay. And there will be no napping during the show, says Law, which I appreciate. No napping during the show, but napping is good, and napping without guilt is the best. And that is something that I am absolutely thankful for. Before I forget, since it is Thursday, we are going to draw a card from the Affirmations for a Badass deck and see what our affirmation is this week. So I am going to shuffle my deck of cards here and see what we have. I am done with self-doubt. It's my time to shine. That is an awesome affirmation. Make sure you carry this one with you this week, because that is an awesome affirmation. So Danny is saying, oh my God, Scott, it's now saying chicka wow wow. Don't do that near Greg and Michelle. They may look at you crazy. No way, Law. I've got more peanut butter, says Scott. Oh my gosh. And Aaron tried to steer the bus out of the ditch, but it's not going there. So, Denise said, yeah, I thought about going to sleep. Melatonin determined that was a lie. I understand that. Let me shuffle my deck too, Scott. Cards, people, cards. Not Cards Against Humanity, although I do love Cards Against Humanity. So then it's good for your health, Scott. Naps can be spontaneous when you sit down with chihuahuas. I barely get a chance to nap when Willow is around because she is super, super active. And Jimmy coming in on the Uncle Skugga radio channel saying good morning to you. And make sure that you check out Uncle Skugga Radio for new music, for original music. It is awesome. And I agree, Chet. It was a nice try that Aaron did, but no. Mike says, I call naps a napatizer. Oh, I like that. Napatizer. I'm totally taking that. That is awesome, Mike. I appreciate that. So Danny says, great. Now I have a visual of Scott laying in bed with peanut butter all over him. Darn it. Just draw cards from Card from Humanity deck with this group and ask for an answer. That's not a bad idea. And Jimmy says, smoke a doobie. You'll take a nap. That is a solution for that too. And they can be real spontaneous if you sit on one too, Chet. Oh my gosh, we're not sitting on the chihuahuas. So spot it on the feed message board reading. Whatever you do do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman costume. I love that. That is fabulous, Aaron. And Vicky from Foodie's Vacation is here saying naps are good. So bringing it back to the actual topic. I appreciate that so much. And Jimmy has dropped #tribe. So make sure you go over and again, check out Uncle Skugga Radio for some original music that you can't get anywhere else. So excellent that folks are shouting out to each other. And Denise says, oh my God. CAH would be a riot with you guys. You know what, Denise? I actually, my son and his wife really like Cards Against Humanity. And I have found this company that makes comparable cards that you can add to the deck. So it's things like Cards Against the Winchesters. So it's from Supernatural, Cards Against Disney. And it's all the Disney theme and stuff like that. I will send you a link because if you're a fan of Cards Against Humanity, these decks are definitely in your wheelhouse. So it sounds like a great idea for a game show. Ooh, I appreciate that, Chet. Definitely. With Chihuahua Danny. Oh my gosh. Now you're putting a Chihuahua into the visual, Tom? Really? That's frightening. And Law says, Danny, did you get that picture message to you too? I think it's bad enough just being in her head. I don't think she got it messaged to her. So it makes sense that Uncle Skugga would say such a thing with his pro-weed anthem. Love it. Love it. Love it. So Scott's taking notes. That's Denise. That's fabulous. And Vicky says, hi, Scott. How's your cruise going, my friend? Well, it sounds like he's not getting much sleep. So he's probably having a wonderful time. And Chef Todd says, my bags are packed. I'm ready to go. I am not going to sing, but I appreciate the lyrics, Chef Todd. Definitely. So Denise says we used to play as a family. Twisted, yeah, but I'm always I'm always at how twisted my kids are. Yeah, for sure. They do not disappoint. The kids do not disappoint. And Tom says you played Cards Against Humanity with a friend's 98-year-old aunt, and she won. Funny night. That is fabulous. I absolutely love that. And so midlife BITD of the midlife crisis, midlife crazy Sunday funny. We had pulled cards from humanity and let her rip from there. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. And Danny confirms that she did not receive that visual, that is just all in her head, which is bad enough, I would have to say. And Jimmy says, Ganja Revolution. That is too funny. And Vicky, I don't know if we want to know about his. Yeah. There you go. Leaving on a jet plane. Again, I'm not going to sing, but yes, you are okay. Proud of how twisted they are. Absolutely. Oh, now he's saying, come fly with me. You are trying to get me to sing by typing in these lyrics, Chef Todd, and it is not going to happen because honestly, Jen does not have a good singing voice. So I love all of you way too much to sing and have you like holding your ears like a cat is being strangled. So here we go. No travel for me until May. Okay. Well, hopefully you'll have something planned after that. And Jackie making it in. Speaking of things not to have guilt over, ice cream for dinner or cold pizza for breakfast. 100%. No guilt. No guilt at all. I appreciate both of those suggestions. And I think the raid to go live together should be hashtag Scott wearing peanut butter raid. I love it. That's a great suggestion, Danny. Learning to fly. You're not going to get me to sing, Chef Todd. So just stop. I appreciate it. JetBlue holiday, fly like an eagle. Oh my gosh, you are being so naughty. From the musical genius of Stan Ridgway. You're twisted, that's what you are, just like a bee buzzing in a jar. And Danny is cracking up at Chef Todd, so here we go. And Mike says, after KMA is WTF as it gets near to the last day of the cruise. I agree with that because they have a lot of nerve on disembarkation day, kicking us off the cruise. I mean, we've been there for days. They should know that we want to stay. So how can they cruelly kick us off the ship? And Jimmy says, but I don't have wings. So he's playing along with Chef Todd. Holy cow. Tom says, type Scott in bed naked with naked peanut butter all over and chihuahuas into Chat GPT and see what comes up, Danny. Holy cow. That is a horrifying thing. And thank you, Denise, for continuing with the Tom Petty lyrics. Chet is definitely hearing Tom Petty. And yep, fly like an eagle, Danny. I got that. So I have to go ahead and get out of here because Go Live Together is coming up with Cheryl, Jeremy, Eddie, Ryan, and I believe that Ricky is still on assignment. So I don't believe that he will be there. So thank you all so much for coming in and joining me this morning. You have absolutely just made my morning complete as usual. Love to everyone, and make sure, stay weird, people. Bye.